Hello. Sorry, I'm upstairs and I am sweaty. I'm very pregnant. I think I missed week 34. I can't even remember. I am 35 weeks and 4 days, I think, or 5, yeah, 4 days. Feel really pregnant, really pregnant. I had my appointment. It was the one appointment that I had to have with the doctor instead of a midwife. So, I didn't get to ask any of the questions that I wanted to ask. I wanted to start talking about my birth plan and what my options were for water laboring and water delivery, preferences for my placenta, all that stuff. But I didn't really get to do any of that. The doctor measured me and said that I was measuring big, but when I measured myself at home, I don't know if I'm not doing it right, but when I measured my fundal height at home, I'm measuring exactly right. So I don't know what that lady was talking about, or if I'm just measuring wrong. So, this week is intense, much like last week. It just keeps getting way more intense. I feel like I've got like a grapefruit inside of my vagina. Not fun. My back is just crazy. It cracks all day long with every step. My pelvis is all out of whack. I am out of whack. Super sweaty, super hot, super out of breath all the time. Aria has been sick for 2 weeks. She had roseola. And last Saturday, we ended up in the emergency room because she had 104.9 fever. She really, like, hadn't been feeling good, and she kept grabbing her, like, the side of her face and stuff, so I thought that she had, maybe had an ear infection, and I was trying to cure it with, olive oil and garlic. So I was doing that every other night for her. And, we went to the chiropractor a couple times to get her ears popped and stuff. But my mother-in-law was watching her last weekend. So on Friday night, she had woke up with a fever of like 102 point something. So on Saturday morning, when I found out about that, I went over to get her. But then when I got there, she was acting totally normal. And my mother-in-law was like, yeah, so you came over for nothing. She's acting super normal. Maybe it's just teething. And I'm like, no, that fever's too high, whatever. So anyway, I went there and she was acting like the best that she had been since we've come back from vacation. Since we've come back from vacation, she's been like cranky every day and just acting like either her teeth or her ears are hurting her and really tired and just not like herself. So, when I went there and she was super energetic and really happy, like looked really good, I was like, okay, well maybe she did have an ear infection and that fever finally like took care of it. But then that afternoon, after I got done with volunteer, sorry, I'm out of breath, my mother-in-law called me back and was like, she's got a fever again, so I went to pick her up right away, and we took her home, and we kept her on Motrin all that night, and she was still having, like, keeping, like, 101 fever, which told me that it was pretty strong, and I had gone in to check on her 5 minutes before she was due for another dose of Motrin, and she was at 100.7 degrees. I went in 5 minutes after she was due for a dose, so 10 minutes later, and she was 104.9. And I took her temperature 3 separate times to make sure that it was correct, with 2 different thermometers. And so I ended up putting her into a bath with like lukewarm water, not freezing cold, because if it was freezing cold, if their temperature goes down too low, I know that that can cause a seizure sometime. And just kind of screamed at Nick like, hey, we're going to the ER right now. And he got stuff ready. I wet her. We threw her in the car, rolled down the windows, because it was a hot day. And by the time we got to the hospital, when we got to the hospital, the people in front of us were disgruntled and getting like, they were sounding like they were going to be violent, so we got rushed behind the desk, thankfully, but it just scared the shit out of Aria. She wasn't like she was really scared when she first woke up, because I was like, okay, we're gonna go to the bath now, and she's like, what the heck heck is going on here, Mom? But after the car ride and stuff, she was pretty cooled down. I'm like, oh, we're going to see a doctor. It's going to be fun. Try to keep her calm. And when we went in there and she heard that, like, she's really sensitive to people's voices and stuff. And they were not very considerate of anybody else in there, just being kind of ignorant ghetto trash. So, yeah, it's not in a great neighborhood. Yeah, thankfully they have security there after, I think it's 7 o'clock every night. So you have to go through a metal detector, so we knew that, like, they wouldn't have any weapons or anything like that. But we got rushed back and then brought in, and her fever was already down to, like, 102 point something. So they didn't even do tests on her. They just kind of looked her over and sent her home. We went to the pediatrician on Monday, and they're like, does she have a fever today? And I'm like, well, actually it broke. And what do you know, like, a rash was just starting to come up on her chest. So that's what it was. She's just been feeling like total crap and just not herself and screaming and whining and crying about everything. And today is finally, like, back to normal. It's the first day where she's, like, happy and eating and just normal. So, yeah, it was an eventful week, and I haven't had a lot of time, and, you know, when they're sick like that, they just want to be, like, right on top of Mom all the time, and I love the cuddling and stuff, but it's really hard being so pregnant and doing that. So, I've also been having a lot of Braxton Hicks this week, a lot of cramping, some sharp pains, lots and lots of Braxton Hicks. Today I noticed that my discharge increased. It's like a slippery, watery thing. At first I thought it might be amniotic fluid, because that's what it felt like when my water broke last time. But I don't think that it is, because it's not coming out like steady. So my Group B strep test is on the 7th. I don't know when I get the results for it. I did take the glucose test at this last appointment, never got a call about it, so I'm guessing my glucose levels were good. Thank God. Because last time I had to take the 3-hour, and that sucked. Yeah, so knowing that that was really close, I started the garlic suppositories. And I'm going to be doing a video after I find out the results and stuff on the things that I did, like a real video. I'm going to set up the tripod and everything and edit it. I just don't have time for that for every video right now. And I'll let you guys know what I did. Not that I'm like a doctor, or that I recommend, you know, it or anything. It's just for those who are curious and concerned about it like I was. I want to offer that to you. So, I will let you guys know the results of that on my next video. I'm going to do my belly shot. Let's turn on the light in the bathroom. So, whoa. It's big. It's really big. Especially compared to last time. Oh my God. You can see in the mirror. Hello. Yeah. It's big, and it's a lot lower than it was last time at this time of my pregnancy. So that is what I'm working with. Lots of stretch marks this time, so you guys can see. Not like last time. Last time I had like 3 or 4 stretch marks, and the rest of them didn't come up until like after I gave birth, and they were already white. But no such luck this time. Anyway, I'm doing that. I would like to record a hospital bag video and a birth plan video before I give birth. So that should be coming soon. Thank you guys for watching, and if you're new, subscribe, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments. I like hearing from all of my viewers and, you know, keeping up with what's going on with you too. So take care. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.